Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today we're going to be looking at Black Ops 7 Season 2. I know a lot of you guys are looking to see if this game is worth buying or worth loading up again if you took a break from it for Season 2, and you know what? I will tell you right now, it is about a C+ in my book. Now this review is not about Season 2 entirely. I get this criticism a lot, so I'm going to start making this a bit more clear when I do these seasonal overviews or reviews. I am talking about multiplayer. Zombies, Endgame, Warzone are outside of the scope of this channel 99% of the time. I focus on the multiplayer, the 6v6, the 20v20, the shooting people in multiplayer experience is what I'm into. It's what I've built this channel around, and that's what we're focusing on. So for meaningful content you get with Season 2, you get 3 new weapons, one through a weekly challenge, which is a sticky grenade launcher. We haven't played with that one yet, but I've heard it's pretty mid. I've died to it a couple times tonight. Not really going to comment on it. I don't think anybody's going to be flinging their, PlayStation on in the middle of the night to desperately unlock the sticky grenade launcher. Though it is cool that the grenades can be manually detonated. It's basically the sticky detonator from Halo 4, but a little less cool. There's a new melee weapon. We don't count those. And then we have an assault rifle, which is a higher rate of fire, longer range AR with ricocheting bullets. That's right, just like the Advanced Warfare laser beams of COD's past. You can bounce bullets off of walls and take out people with them. It's pretty fun, although I was enjoying the AR a lot. The AR is sort of a hybrid between the Peacekeeper and the M15. The new SMG is phenomenal. The Rev SMG with the collapsible stock, I got it to max level, prestiged it, I'm leveling it up again now. I love this thing. This is what every SMG in this game should be. I hate its iron sights, the burning passion, so you won't see them in the gameplay here, but this is a low recoil, 7-shot kill, 1,111 RPM monster. When you collapse the stock, you get better movement speeds overall, and then when you extend the stock, you get better recoil control at the expense of those movement speeds. It's great. It's a fun gimmick that's fun to, bounce between the different modes for. I really hope this type of system is in Modern Warfare, so you could, do the COD World War II suppressor remove, stock fold, swap to a different magazine, or swap out a barrel receiver for a different caliber, something like that. I think this is sort of the future of COD. I feel like more dynamic attachments should be in the game, and if this weapon is the blueprint for this, and I know we've seen it in other games before, in Infinite Warfare and other games, I know we've seen hybrid weapons, modular weapons that sort of change in our hands, but I want more of it, and we kind of have it here. It's almost like a weird version of the Ripper from COD Ghosts. Very different, but, you either go for mobility or range. It's hybrid, it's cool. And if you don't look at its iron sights, I can't even show the iron sights here. They're so ugly. I'm not showing them in this video. They're so bad, I'll get demonetized. But if you put a red dot on it, it's a pretty cool looking gun, and it operates fairly well, and I give it a 10 out of 10. This is what SMG should be like in this game. It's proof that the damage was never the problem with the SMGs in this game. It's their recoil and screen shake. And once you make an SMG low recoil, low damage, high mobility, high fire rate, it just works. This is the best SMG in the game right now, in my opinion, in terms of just absolute pub fun. This is worth money to go buy the Black Cell Battle Pass and just get it right away. Genuinely saying that. If they nerf it right after this, fuck me. Just ignore me forever. When it comes to maps, we have Torment, Nexus, Slums, and Sake. And, okay. This is a negative part of this video. Nexus is not the worst face-off map I've ever played in COD, but it is just not very good. It is segregated into weird, boring, unfun, uninteresting combat areas that I don't like. I don't like this map. Nothing about this seems inventive or interesting. It feels like it was made by people that have never played a multiplayer shooter and know what makes them fun. It's fine. It works. It's definitely a place for your character to stand and shoot people and respawn and do it all again. It's not interesting in the slightest. Don't get excited for Nexus. Torment is way more interesting, because this map, though being ugly as sin and hard to look at, I actually, I'm sorry, I've not played the campaign for this game, I probably won't, but the blood raining down the walls, the vines, the shipping containers, this is not an aesthetic. Whatever this is a reference to is lost on me, and I really don't need 2 maps like one map, let alone 2 maps, trying to advertise your godforsaken awful campaign, Treyarch. This is ugly, but layout-wise, this map really does work, and it's portals leading into a separate area, like a congregated portal room. Like, all the portals lead to this congregated 3-portal room, and then you can leave one of the 3 portals to go back out into the normal multiplayer map. I adore this. This is so Quake. This is so Halo CE. This is so weird. I adore this. I wish this map looked cool. I wish this map had a unique aesthetic. I wish this map wasn't just things happening. I wish it wasn't just floating garbage the map. The last map they gave us with portals was interesting looking. This one, not so much. Speaking of not interesting looking, we have Sake, another map that probably plays fine, but is overly sized, big facility, way too clean, way too uncanny, cold, feels not lived in, bright sunny day, no weather effects, no immersion, no atmosphere. It is just a map, and it plays okay. It's got decent lines of sight. The middle building is way too open and vapid and strange and makes me uncomfortable. I don't like moving around in it. I feel too exposed. The outside of the maps don't really offer any interesting flank routes at all. It is a boring 3-lane map. I think my favorite part of it is maybe the freight elevator you can jump down, which I don't know if I have any footage of that. I think the one match where I went into the freight elevator, I didn't do very well, and I didn't record it because I was salty. Anyway, so it's an okay map, but it's another giant like facility. It's not a military facility per se, but it's just a giant facility in broad, washed out daylight. It's not interesting. This is the epitome of not interesting. If this map had snow or rain or wind even, or like it was sunset glow or something, that'd be kind of cool. If the map had like an interesting building or room or interactable feature, that'd be pretty cool. No. And then we have Slums, and I am just gonna sound so negative here. This was one of my least favorite maps in Black Ops 2. Not to say that it plays poorly or it's imbalanced, it's just boring. It's a box. It is an H cutout lane box. It's not interesting. It's not fascinating. I don't like it. When I think of Slums, I think of like League play CTF. I think of just honestly a more competitive game, a more competitive style of game mode. I do not think of fun public matches when I think of Slums. The movement is too fast. People can dart to the different areas way too quickly. The spawns are just something you can run through in like 1.5 seconds. It's not good. I don't like it. When we were all grounded in Black Ops 2 and nobody had unlimited sprint and the time to kill was faster and a little bit more high stakes, this map was a little more interesting because of how simply it laid you out in front of enemies. It was basically like head-on-head gunfight after head-on-head gunfight. But here, it's just that, but we don't have any limitations on our movement anymore. And this type of map being put in this game shows me that Treyarch doesn't really get it. I actually don't think that Meltdown, Raid, Express, or even Hijack plays necessarily bad in Black Ops 7. I don't think they play extraordinarily well, but I think Slums is a map that just has no business here. Hijacked is going to be a clusterfuck. Raid, I think, kind of just plays well no matter where it is. Express is a long enough map with a long enough like set of sightlines to make it interesting. Slums isn't. Slums with no limitations on your movement and the ability to just jump and mantle and slide and wall bounce, it doesn't feel right. It feels odd, actually. So honestly, I'm not down with it. I think there are a lot of Black Ops 2 maps that would play better or in a more interesting way, or that we've seen less of, I've seen so much Slums in my life, and it wasn't interesting in 2012. This was never an interesting map in 2012. It's not interesting now. But I think some Black Ops 2, 3, and 4 maps, even some Cold War maps, would fit this game's movement and pacing better than Slums. So Slums is a waste of a remaster in my humble opinion. I think Yemen will be more interesting. When they add Yemen in Season 2 Reloaded, I think that's going to be more interesting, but this is my problem. I'm waiting. They drop content. I blow through playing the maps like, 5 times each in a long play session. I'm like, okay, I've done it. I'm full. Now, obviously, it's because I purchased the Black Cell Battle Pass, so I'm not really grinding to the new guns. I just get them right off the bat, because you guys donate me money. When I live stream, you guys send me money, and I like to turn that money into weapons, turn it into content. So I do buy the Battle Passes, the event passes with the money you guys send me, so I can turn it back into content, so that you guys don't donate me money and then have me sitting here going, it's not worth it for me to buy the content in the game you guys are watching me cover and talk about. So I have the guns immediately, so that takes that grind out of it. I have to unlock the grenade launcher, which should be a little funny to do. But really, guys, I just can't tell you how much I'm sick of them dropping all of these maps at once, but still really not dropping that many maps at once. And I'm still just waiting now. I'm back into waiting mode, waiting for more content. As a 6v6 player, I want kill streaks. I want perks, I want more maps. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, in my video about the problem with seasonal content and why I think that it doesn't matter how good Black Ops 7 is or isn't, or how much content they add. Their method of adding it is inherently flawed, so most of what they're doing is a non-starter. These could be the best maps in Call of Duty, and I still think the way they distribute them and the way they add them into the game is wrong. So it's nice. It's, you know, it's free content, it's enjoyable. The weapons weren't free for me, but they were paid for by your guys' kind donations to the channel. So you know what? I am privileged and happy to be playing it. It is a C+ in terms of just fun content to play around with. It's just unfortunately not very interesting. But I will be doing separate videos for the weapons, Safeguard the game mode, which they did add with this update, and that deserves its own video because I do love Safeguard. And then I will be doing a separate rant about their content releases. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and stay tuned for the next one.